Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another 2-week update. If you're new to WC Knives, welcome. I do these updates about every 2 weeks, and it covers what's in production, covers what's been shipped out, looking ahead a little bit. It also looks at, talks about things that is happening in the shop with the new models or what's coming up in the next 2 weeks or so. Just covers a lot of things other than just fabrication. So anyway, if you've caught the channel in a couple of shorts, I mentioned that there was big changes coming to WC Knives, and behind me is a rough sketch of the new shop. I've been looking at property for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I think I got it narrowed down to where we're going to move to. So it's been a lot of time. I'll say a lot. There's been a lot of traveling and and looking at property and planning and meeting with contractors, and just a lot of meetings coming up over the last couple of weeks, and meeting with designers. And this is what I drew out on the deal as far as what my vision is of the new shop. The shop that I'm in right now, counting the add-ons and everything, is about a 30 by 45. So the new shop is what I'm looking at is somewhere between a 50 by 50 or a 60 by 60. I've got meetings with the bank next week. I didn't want to go into debt, but it looks like in order to grow this thing and meet the demand, and I thank you guys so much. And then I've got to get out of the sticks and get closer to town, which so that I can get an employee base. I do have Tom, who is an outsource that does handles and things from his own shop. And he's been doing that off and on for about 5 years for me. Talking to him about possibly moving to the new shop, it would be closer to him, but I don't know if that's going to fit with his lifestyle or not. But anyway, there's a lot of things that's fluid right now that we really don't know, or I don't know how things are going to work out. But I do know that I need to get closer to an employee base to where I can have 2 or 3 people in the shop full time and start meeting what is coming, because I feel that this thing is about ready to explode. So probably the future plans for WC Knives is to get closer to town, to an employee base, and get me to where I can manage the shop more than just being a grinder. So it's come to the point to where it needs the true CFO, and the CEO of this shop, just to let you guys know, is not me. The CEO is the good Lord. He has been managing this shop since its conception. So you know, I try to live that and follow his lead, and it's worked so far. And so we'll continue doing that, because I'm nothing without him. So anyway, I think that's where we're leading to. Just to kind of give you guys an idea. And you know, again, this is all fluid. I was unloading groceries out of over at Mom and Dad's, and a neighbor pulls up, and pretty much after a conversation, he made an offer for mine and also my parents' place. And so, you know, the Lord works in mysterious ways. He really does. And I had been thinking about maybe it was time to make a change, and then all of a sudden this just fell in our lap. So you know, it's one thing about life is you have to recognize the signs and step through a door when it's open. And I just hope and pray that I'm smart enough to see that. Sometimes I have to get hit a bit about the head and shoulders when stuff like that happens. But hopefully as I get older, I'm a little bit more wiser. And anyway, so I'm just trying to fill out what the will is and where he's leading me, and continue to grow and be whatever he is planning for this shop to be. So anyway, I just want to be the guy that helps him meet his dream, if you will, and I'll just tag along. All right, okay. So this is my idea of the plan, and the property we're looking at, the house is pretty small, and so we're going to have to do some add-ons and a lot of other things to it because Mom and Dad will be moving in with me, so we need to build a house or add on to the house so that we can accommodate that. Dad is 93, Mom is 80. They still get around well. They still, and so that is a blessing. Mom is a blessing. She helps out in the shop whenever she can. Dad does what he can, but it's come to the point to where we just need to combine things. Instead of taking care of two places, we need to just take care of one. So anyway, I know this is unusual, but I've always felt that you guys were a huge part of the growth of WC Knives, and I've always tried to be transparent as much as I can. I have really nothing to hide. It's just I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love y'all. You guys have followed along with WC Knives for almost 13 years now, and couldn't do it without you. Could not do it without you. So anyway, that's what's coming up in the next 6 to 12 months is going through this process. So, it's taking me away from the grinder a little bit, but it's going to pay off in the end. We're going to start getting prepared and set up for longer productions and higher productions. It still will be handmade. Don't have any plans of going any different than that. But I do need to step away from the grinder some, and I need to train somebody to do what I do in the grind room. And because the business has got to the point where it needs somebody to manage the business at this point. And that's all thanks to you guys and thanks to the blessings of heaven. Okay. So anyway, little bit of update, Ridge Runner Blades, the epic documentary is now live, and I'll put a link to that at the end of this one if you missed it. Those guys are, man, they're awesome. Anybody that can make me look that good and sound that smart, they are talented, let me tell you. So anyway, phenomenal jobs. Thanks, Jason and your team. Man, what a great job y'all did on that. So anyway, take a look at that and give it a thumbs up, share it, get the word out about WC Knives and about me and you guys and everybody else that's associated with WC Knives. So also the WCFK, which was featured in that documentary, it goes off sale. The first runs goes off sale. They end on the 22nd, which is next weekend. So if you want a first run, that's the last day. There will not be any first runs at all offered anymore. Ever again. Forever and ever, amen. That's the cutoff. That's what makes first runs special, is because there's only limited quantities of first runs. So there will be production models after that, but the first runs will end next Saturday, which is the weekend of the 22nd. And you have to go to ridgerunnerblades.com, and it just pops right up on their homepage as a link to pre-order that knife. And we'll talk about it looks like it's going to be about 4 months after it ends when fabrication starts. Looking at numbers, it depends on how many is sold, and we're looking at a pretty long list at this point. 50 or so has already been pre-sold, and we expect it to double that the next week. But anyway, we'll start fabrication and shipping in about 4 to 5 weeks. And so you need to get on that list because first runs is on a different timeline than production models, okay? Production models is done in sequence of other production models. So anyway, they usually take about 10 months to fabricate. So, it's a totally different animal. Also, when we get in the ground room, I'll show you what I'm working on to get to Ridge Runner in the next 3 weeks. I'm trying to juggle the ground room and looking at property and closing on property and banks meetings and all this other stuff. So bear with me, but we're going to get them done. We'll get it done as quickly as we can. Or I can. So anyway, when I say we a lot, that's me and the good Lord. Okay. Tom is doing handles on that. Henry helps out a little bit. He's a neighbor. He comes in every now and then and does a few little things in the shop, keep it organized mostly. He glues up some liners for me and cuts some pin stock a little bit. Just a lot of the little small details in the shop that kind of takes me away from the grind machine. Then Henry takes care of and does a phenomenal job. So anyway, that's a part-time thing for him. It just gets him out of the house and gives him something to do for a few days a week. So we'll talk about what else is going to Ridge Runner Blades here in a little bit. Let's talk about Great Northern Knives, which is the other wholesale account. Right now, I'm finishing up another shipment of North Winds to them. We're a little over half of them sent. So you guys are starting to get those. I've been seeing a lot of those posts on social media about that, and I appreciate everything that you guys post on social media. So they're starting to get out now, and we'll continue to send North Winds to Great Northern until that obligation is fulfilled. There's also Great Northern Knives is going to be having a new knife. If you've been on my social media at all or looked at any of the past videos, then you've seen little glimpses of a new model called the Woods and Game. Tim, who is a professional trapper, has been field testing this knife, and he is ready to release it and give him his thoughts on it. And we're going to release that as the first run through Great Northern Knives. And in order to space this out to where, I don't have too much coming due at the same time, I was talking to Jeff Friday, and I think we're going to release that sometime in April, May timeframe. We'll do a release on that as a pre-order for first runs. So stay tuned to this channel. Be sure to subscribe. Click the little bell for notifications, because every video that comes out, no matter what the title says, I'm scattered. I'm all over the place, so there's no telling what's in that video. You have to watch them to find out. So it's kind of like the bills in Congress. You have to let it come out and be approved before you can understand what's in it. Okay, all right. So anyway, so that's where the Great Northern is at. They've got a new model coming out probably in the next April, May time frame, maybe into March, somewhere in there. In the next month or two, there will be a new model for Great Northern. So start saving your money. It's going to be a phenomenal little Woods and Game knife. He was just ecstatic over it. When I talked to Tim on the phone, he said, "Don't change a thing. Don't change a thing." So anyway, he was excited about it. So am I. It's going to be a great in-between, great fillet knife, and a small game, medium game. It would probably skin an elk or a buffalo if you had the skill set. So anyway, but anyway, let's talk about retail. Retail is what you ordered through my website. So we'll talk about that. I've got all of March pretty much done, with the exception of, and here's my list, folks. I mean, this is all what's, and it's not everything. This is just going up through June, okay? This is June of last year orders. So I've shipped out pretty much everything. All the master companions were shipped out in the past 2 weeks. All of the first run Master Outdoorsman's Gen 2s were shipped out in the past 2 weeks. Right now, the only thing that's left as far as March orders of last year is WCSK 902 and WCSK 903, as well as the 2 signature field lowers. I have not had a chance to work on those at all, but they're on the wall in there, okay? So it's just a matter of finishing those. And the signature series, I do everything myself. So that's very labor intensive for me. So I've got to block some time that I can focus on those. And right now, the last 2 weeks has just been scattered because of dealing with realtors, just banks, general contractors, design teams. I mean, just bear with me, folks. We're planning for the next future, okay? So, you know, a lot of these things is kind of slowing down. Also, I got to get everything together for the accountant, for the tax man. So I try to get all that together too. I got to get that over to him too. So anyway, just a lot of things going on right now. So just bear with me. But it's going to be better in the long run, okay? It's going to streamline things. We're looking toward the future a little bit at this point, okay? So instead of seeing what's right in front of us, that's part of business, is seeing what's coming in the next few months, in the next year, in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, making plans. Those plans change sometimes, but at least you have a plan to get to where you see things are going. And where I see things going, bigger and better, okay? We are not slowing down, all right? Okay, for April pre-orders, see, this is all April. I have everything is heat treated up to 2826. Order number 2826 has been heat treated, and it will be ready for, well, actually, 2871 is heat treated as well. That's the WCSK 905 has been heat treated, and 906. So through 2875, that's up into orders in May. Yeah, May. So we're a little ahead on the heat treat, so that's good. But anyway, so we'll work those in and get those out as quickly as we can. But don't expect anything at least 10, 11 months, folks. You know, I'm trying to get things managed to where we're less than that, but it's going to take me some time to get to that point, okay? I appreciate y'all's patience and all your support. It just means the world to me. So anyway, we'll go into the grind room and I'll show you guys some things. And also, we'll talk about the gray man. I'll show you the gray man, where we at on the gray man, and all of that good stuff. But here's a gray man right here. Down there is the kydex that we've started for the gray man. If you can see that, it's been rough shaped, so we just got to do the final shape to each individual knife. Here's some gray mans that's come out of heat treat that's ready for the Rockwell testing before we put handles on them. This is the Rockwell tester. Every blade is Rockwell tested to make sure it meets the criteria that that quality control of WC knives. Me. All right. Okay, so let's look at the table. Here is some wood drakes. These are some wood drakes that will be going to Ridge Runner blades. They're getting prepped for heat treat. So we got a heat treat cryo tank there. I need to take a couple of hours and run and get some more liquid nitrogen. I'm out of nitrogen, so I got to go get some more. Here is some of the. These are the last of the first 20 gray mans. The handles are done. It's just a matter of me doing the final grinds on them and final polish and doing the final adjustment on the gray mans. So I'm looking at getting the first 12 gray man first runs out Monday or Tuesday. And then the other 8 or so for the first 20, we'll get those out either the end of the week or first part of next week, okay? So here's the gray mans that is handled and doing the finished grinds on right now. I've got 6 of the 12 right here. This is the other 6. So these are the 12 that is in works to get them the finish grinds done and get those ready to ship to you guys Monday, Tuesday time frame. Okay, first part of the week anyway. So the first dozen will be going out, and I will, once the first dozen are going out, then I will put on the website the option to do a production order for the production gray man. Okay, but the time frame is going to be about a 10-month wait. All right, so but anyway, everybody's been asking when we can order more. So once I get the first runs out, or the first shipment out, let's just put it that way, then I will go ahead and place a listing on my website, Shop Knives webpage, wcknives.com, Shop Knives webpage, and you'll be able to order a production version of the Gray Man, okay? And about a 10, 11-month fabrication time. It will be a deposit option of 50%, and then 50% once the knife is done, about ready to ship, okay? All right, so these are the North Winds that I'm finishing up for Great Northern Knives. This is all of April runs. I've got the 2 signature field lures. I've got a slick, a stubby, a field boss. So I got some minis. I got a slim. Here is the WCSK's 902, 903, and 904 that is heat treated, ready for me to do finished runs, and also handles are set. So this is some more of the Ridge Runner blades here. This is some heat treat for future orders that I haven't got to yet, but I got them heat treated anyway. This is Ridge Runner. He's going to have some master trappers. It's going to have some master companions and also some fire and bones. So we're working on those to get those to Ridge Runner in the next 3 weeks. I was trying to get them by the end of the month, but just a lot of things going on now with tax time, realtors, banks, design, contractors, a bunch of things for things in the future that is just piling up on me right now. This is the handle material for the Gray Mans and liners that Henry is working on, getting the liners glued up and set for time to set the handles on the blades and all that good stuff. Okay, I think you guys are up to date now on everything. Can't think of anything else. People keep asking about the buoy. I have not forgot about the buoy, folks. 3V, CPM 3V buoy, Texas buoy. They're all heat treated. It will be a limited number of 10. I just need to work them in sometime to get them ground and handle set and all that other good stuff. So I'm hoping to have a sale here in the next few months. It may be a tax sale by the time I get all done with this. And just so that I can pay my taxes. Man alive. Anyway, first quarter is always rough for any business out there. If you own a small business, then you know the pain and the suffering. So anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Everything's good. God is good. All right. Okay. I think you guys are up to date. Anyway, check out this video at the end, this documentary. I can't say enough about Ridge Runner. Those guys, they know what they're doing, man. They really, of course, Jason has a production company, and so he's a professional, and it shows. Anyway, I love you guys. Be safe. Till the next time, get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you to get the opportunity. And don't forget those spinning band-aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again very soon.